Hey everyone, it's Rebecca here with Team Ladybug and January 2025. So this Beetle Box was full of some really cool things. Let's go over the things in the box. So first off is one box of soft gel tips, 600 pieces, one jar of Hearts of Fire glitter, and heart-shaped buffers. But there's a couple things that weren't on the label that are still in this month's Beetle Box. Let's open up this set of gel tips. I just happened to get the medium almond. You may get something different. There are 10 different tip types. I'm not sure which one everyone got, but I know everyone got a different variety. So this is $29.95 already, which is the cost of the basic box. So these tips come in 14 different sizes, 0 through 4, and then you get 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 8, and 9. So that makes these the ideal nails for pretty much everybody, any size. All right, so let's talk about the nails themselves. These have more gel ratio than our previous tips. The nail tips are part plastic, part gel, and having more gel in the ratio makes them more flexible and easier to wear. They are thicker at the free edge and thinner at the base, making them really good if you want to create press-on nails with these, or if you want to put them on your clients as full cover tips. They're already basically ready to go. So what you would do is put no buff on the nail. Make sure that your fingernails are prepped the proper way with a base coat, and then you can attach them with any HEMA-free rubber-based gel that we have. So I just love these tips. I hope you do too. Also included in the box was Queen Ladybug Red Carpet Rapid Ready Press-On Nail Gel. This is a HEMA-free gel with a thin viscosity, perfect for prom nails or someone who really doesn't want to commit to full cover tips for a long time. You'd get about a 5-day wear out of this product. We also got some really cute heart-shaped buffers, which are great for the press-on nails or if you just want to use them for yourself. Also, this really cute glitter mix called Hearts of Fire. It's got a little seal on the side so it doesn't spill, and you can either keep that on or take it fully off if you don't plan on traveling with this. And just open this up. It's got cute little heart glitter and color shifting other glitter, which we'll use in a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into this box. Obviously there's many uses for a flat box like this, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it. And it came with some tape, so let's just open that up and peel a bit off. It's sticky on one side and there's a plastic part on the other. Let me slide this down. So I'm just going to use it to show you could put all tips over the whole top of it, and you can't just stick a tip to it because there is a little layer of plastic on there. So grab your tweezers and make sure it's fully pushed down, and then you can pull the tape off. Just be careful you have pressed that down before you try to do it. And then I'm just going to grab some nails that I have different glitters on in matte and shiny that I did a while ago that are just sitting in my drawer. And this is a good way to display the different types of glitter that you have. If you don't want like the whole glitter thing being out, you can put it under a coordinating color, or you can just, put whatever you want, like your favorite designs up there. And you can do rows of single nails. Or you can also take your little plastic tip holders, add a very small strip of the tape to it, cut that off to measure to fit, then take your tweezers again and pull the plastic strip off, toss that away, and then put that down and line up your nails, excuse me, the way that you want them to be. So make it look pretty. Put your feature nail in the center and then coordinating nails around the outside. And then you can feature, if you have certain sets of nails that you'd like to show to your clients and say, hey, you could get this set done or you could get this done. And they may pick out the whole set or they may pick out one nail and say, well, I would like all my nails like this. Whatever, works for you. But it's a good way to give some inspiration to your clients and or showcase your work. As I've shown you what you basically need to do, I'm going to just go ahead and move along with this and skip a few little parts and just give you an overview of what I'm doing. If you don't have the plastic strips, you can go ahead and put down the tape and do them in sets like this, or, just do them straight across, however works for you. But I would recommend putting them in some sort of order, or, I was going with colors here and I'm just going to keep going down. So I don't think I want to attach them yet. I'm going to organize them and see how I think they should look. All right, I've picked out and arranged the ones that I want on here, and I'm going to just attach some tape to the back before I peel it off. But let's discuss this tape. So it's really sticky, and if you can at all, you should save the bag that it came in so you don't get debris or hairs or dust on the tape. If your bag is not good and you've ripped it all up, you can use the little bag that the buffers came in. Okay, this is my final look. I've got the row of glitter nails at the top, and then I've placed my nails, secured them in. And you can close this and set it somewhere for people to look at, or you can go ahead and open it back up and stand it up. So this would be, you could put nails on both sides of the case if you were going to do this. And it's just really handy. You also could use this case if you take classes and you want to put your nails in there. It would be a great way to transport them securely and also to showcase any of the classwork that you've done. I always like to do a set of nails for you, and here's some design inspiration for Valentine's Day. So the first thing we're going to do is get a tip, and we're going to put no buff on it and let that dry. And then I'm going to grab Queen Ladybug Red Carpet Restore Repair Rubber Base Gel, but you could use any clear rubber base gel that you have. I'm going to pretend that I've already cured this and put a second layer on, and then I'm going to grab the Hearts of Fire glitter and a baby fan brush, and I'm just going to take some of that glitter and dip my brush in there and put a few glitters in the center. So we're putting these in the center of the nail in a wet layer of the clear rubber base gel. Just make sure that you have good coverage in the very center, and if you're going to touch that like I did, please wear a glove. I just wasn't wearing gloves at this time. And just make sure it's lined up the way you want and add them so that they have pretty good coverage just in the center. You don't want these on the edges of the nail at all. Okay, now we're going to get our squishy stamper and our flashy Cure LED light. This we got in a previous Beetle Box. If you don't have this, you can still do it if you have a flash Cure light. And you're just going to take the stamping head, the top squishy one, and press it down, and this is going to make your glitters flat to the nail. And I'm just going to flash cure this. It doesn't have to be for very long. I'm going to try to get under because the nail is clear with the clear rubber base. And then once that's good, I can stick it in the lamp and fully cure. Okay, next up we're going to need Queen Ladybug Red Carpet Rebound Rebuild Rubber Base Gel in Ghost. And I am just going to take the brush and go a little bit around where the glitter is. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're also going to adjust this, but just get some gel all the way around the edge of the nail. Then I'm going to take my 7mm brush, and I'm just showing you how you can do this on a person by going around the edge with your 7mm or 9mm, whatever brush works for you. Hold it upside down so it sort of flows towards the center and is not going to the edges of the nail, but you can adjust with the 7mm and then holding the nail or the finger upside down so gravity can work with you. And we're going to cure that. Now I'm going to grab the Queen Ladybug Red Carpet Metallic Glaze, and this is just because this is a thinner viscosity, and I'm going to put it over the top of the whole nail. I want to make sure this is level and that the glitter has all of the bumps removed. Basically, you could use the clear rubber base for this as well. Just coat over it, and if you have any missing spots with the white, you can go back over that and adjust that a little bit, and just make sure that your whole nail is flowing together well. Again, I'm using the 7mm, and I'm just adjusting this so that I have a good apex and that my nail is smooth all the way across. Again, I might need to add another drop of the metallic glaze, but just adjust the way it works for you, and you can hold the nail upside down to make sure that it's all even and that your light line is good. And you shouldn't have to do any filing with this, but if it's not level after all of this, you can apply a matte top coat, file and buff that smooth, and then go to the next step, which is actually adding a matte top coat. So I like the look of this matte, and I'm just going to add a matte top coat to finish, then I'm going to fully cure. For the next nail, I've started out with a rubber base gel in Ghost as my base layer, and now I'm just adding a layer of the Restore Repair rubber base gel in Clear. And I am going to add glitter to the very top of the nail. So I want to do sort of an ombre in the back of the nail, and I'm going to have glitter at the edge. I'm not putting it all the way to the very edge because I don't want it to be too big and bulky in the back. So I'm using a 7mm brush to individually place these glitters at the back and make them go the way I want. I want some upside down and some right side up, and then I'm going to add little pieces of the sheer glitter that can be moved and put so you can still see possibly through the next step, and just place them how you want them to look. I don't want to have a whole bunch of glitter all over the nail, just at the very back end. So depending on the length of the nail, you may need to do this part shorter with only just one row of hearts. Just depends again on the length of the nail that you're using. After that's cured, I'm going to come back in with Rebound Rebuild rubber base gel in Ghost, and I'm just going to put that starting at almost the bottom of the glitter but covering up a little bit at the end. And then I will come in with Red Carpet Metallic Glaze, and I'm just going to do the very back end with that. So if you are doing this on a person, you will need to use a brush to level that out. If you're not doing it on a person, you can go ahead and use the whole brush at the back end. While that's curing, let's start another nail. We're going to apply no buff to the base, and then we're going to take Queen Ladybug Restore Repair rubber base gel, which is a clear rubber base gel, put one coat on and cure it, and then we'll take another coat and leave it not cured. Then, just using my 7mm brush, I'm going to place these hearts on the nail. Because this is a bigger glitter and my nail is very curved, I need to make sure I'm not coating the whole nail with the glitter. I also want some of it to be sheer, so I'm individually placing these on, and you can do this either way you want, where you pour it over it and then just spread it out, or you can place them on individually. It really doesn't take much time if you're doing it individually. In my opinion, it takes about the same amount of time as if you just poured it over. Especially with bigger pieces of glitter, you may want to take the time to adjust them because it is easier to make them all flat on the nail if you do it this way. Okay, I'm going to finish this up and then I'm going to fully cure the nail, and I'll come right back to you with the next step. At this point, you could use metallic glaze, but I'm going to go ahead and use the Restore Repair rubber-based gel in clear to make sure it's flat, because my nail is a little bumpy and this is a little bit thicker viscosity. Just make sure you're working it into the whole nail. Because there's some little extra glitter left over on the brush, I'm going to wipe it on the bottom of this one. Okay, so I've cured all that, and now I'm going to take Ladybug Luster Wet Look Top Gel and put it on both of these nails and fully cure. Here comes the fun part. I'm going to grab some Team Ladybug Whipped Cream Gel in Gold, put it on my palette, and I'm using a 7mm brush here, but you could use a 9. And I am going to make a little parenthesis. I'm going to get my brush loaded, lay it down, and then pull up so it's thinner at the bottom, and wiggle and pull, and wiggle and pull, and wiggle and pull. And I'm just making a little crown on top here. I am going to do another parentheses on one side, thicker, and then pulling up to lighten at the end. But I think I made that one side a little bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and get my cleanup brush. In this case, it's an oval number 6. I'm just going to put some alcohol on there and wipe it off just a little bit. Then you could do this all in one big swoop or pieces like I'm doing. I think it looks a little more Baroque and Valentine-y to do it in pieces. So that's what I'm going to do here, but obviously make it the way you want. The gold whipped cream is perfect for this. So depending on the length of your nail, you're going to have to fill in some of the bottom of your little heart, and I'm just going to work it around and make it work with this nail. So I don't want it to be too busy. I want a little bit of white space there, and I'm just going to do 3 little swoops. And on the same on the other side, so press and pull, and then I think something maybe on the tip. So I'm going to follow the same pattern at the top of the heart and do 3 little swoops, press and pull. And then I decided to add little dots at the tops of the swoops at the bottom. So I'm also going to continue that at the very top. You don't need to add the little dots if you don't want. You should fully cure. On to the next nail. I have put a layer of No Buff on here, let it dry, and then cured a layer of Ghost. And now I have a wet layer of Ghost that I am taking individual hearts from the glitter mix. I'm not too worried about little tiny bits of glitter with this, but I am individually placing these in a row down the center of the nail. Just depending on the length of your nail, will be how long this will be, but I think you could do this on any size nail that you wanted that the glitter fit on. So go ahead and place these all even down the center of your nail, and once you're happy, fully cure. Because these are probably pretty flat, you could just go ahead and use metallic glaze to seal them in. If you have bumps, go ahead and use clear rubber base. For some extra bling, I found some candy chrome, and I'm just placing it on the sides here, not putting it at the very edges, but just at the sides. It should be okay on this nail. It's in the tacky layer of the metallic glaze. If you feel so inclined, you can put another layer of metallic glaze over the top so it would avoid peeling, especially if you have this candy chrome near the edge of the nail. But I am good, so I am just going to put a little bit of matte top coat over the top of this and then fully cure. Now I'm coming in with the whipped cream gel, and I'm using a 4mm brush, and I'm literally just going to make 3 little swoops, just like the crown of the heart that we did. So I'm making a center one that goes straight, and then I'm making one curve from the right and one curve from the left. So a little tiny press and pull in the center straight, and because I'm using a 4mm, I am dipping more often. Press and pull coming from the right, and a press and pull coming from the left. We're just going to go down the whole side of the nail like this. You can adjust if you need to make it a little bit thicker. Press and pull, press and pull, press and pull, and so on down the whole side of the nail. If you are not confident that you're going to mess this up, you can fully cure in between, but you can't flash cure whipped cream gel or it will wrinkle. You need to fully cure it. So I would just do the whole one side and then cure that if you want to. I don't need to do that. I'm just going to go around and do the other side. So we're going all the way down the whole nail with the center line and one on either side. So it's 3 little lines, 3 little sort of crown points, and just keep going down the whole side of the nail. Okay, so I will show the rest of this, but I'm going to speed it up a little bit for you. And you can just watch me go all the way down the whole side. Once we get to the bottom of the nail, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same exact thing at the very bottom, and I think maybe at the top as well. Just depends on how close you put the heart to the back of the nail. And we're at nail 5, which I thought I had recorded part of it, but I didn't. So I put the Rebound Rebuild Ghost at the back end of the nail, and then I put the Restore Repair Rubber Base Gel in clear at the end. I'm just going to go over that one more time after it's cured and put a wet layer of the Restore Repair at the bottom. And I'm going to place the glitters individually with a 7mm brush, just like I did on the other end when I did it at the back end. This is just for a little bit of variety in the nails, and it's an easy way for a pretty look. Since we're putting the glitter on here, you don't have to be perfect with the ombre of these. Once you have it covered, cure. So because this does have glitter on the end, I'm just going to go over with a rubber base gel or metallic glaze to even out. And then I'm going to come back in with my wet look top gel and fully cover the nail and cure. Okay, I'm just going to put these on my tip holder so I can put them with the other Beetle Box nails that I've done. And I hope you have learned something, and I hope you enjoy your Beetle Box. We put a lot of effort and thought into what we do with these, and we hope you enjoy getting a big surprise in the mail every month. Thank you for watching and being a part of our community here at Team Ladybug. We appreciate you.